What do you do when you're not feeling 100%, but yet you still want to make a video? You do something easy that has been needing to be done for a while, but you've just been putting it off. Pulling it off? Putting it off. Oh, yay. So what have I been putting off, you may ask? Well, since I have moved my lair into the new room, one of the things that I have needed to do was change out the curtain, because my husband's flame curtain, no. Anywho, so I have some pretty fabric and I'm fixing to make a curtain. Voiceover Barbie here. I started out this project by attempting to iron the entire cut of fabric, but I decided that would be extra time that I didn't feel like spending. So instead, I folded the cut fabric in half once, meeting those salvage edges together, pressed it nice and pretty, making sure any wrinkles were completely out of it. Then I folded it in half again to make it quarter lengthwise and pressed it again. So I have my fabric here all nice and pressed into a quarter. So I am going to go ahead and cut this down to what I need for the curtain. The original curtain was 39 inches by 25 inches. I cut a piece that was 28 inches by 40 inches. I folded the quartered fabric on itself and cut at 14 inches. Then I unfolded the fabric to that first half fold and I cut it again at 20 inches. So I have my curtain fabric cut, and now it is on to hemming. So I was originally going to use my cutting mat to do this hem, but then I thought about it and I remembered that I have this guy. Cheese. And beginning on the short sides first, I fold over the raw edge for a 3/8 inch seam, and then I press it down with my iron. I'm making sure not to burn my fingers because I have made that mistake many moons ago, and I do not want to do that ever again. Then I fold that seam over, that edge over again, with the raw edge stashed nicely inside that second fold. I put some sewing clips on it to make sure it stays in place, and then I repeat the same thing on the opposite side. I'd really like to take this time to quickly remind you to please, if you are enjoying this video, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel, and I have somewhat of a lofty goal for 2024, and your help getting me there is much appreciated. This ironing board is rather old, and the cover you see is stained and dingy, but you need not hate on it too much as it rips right there. I had to go to the craft store. That just happened, so guess I get a new clean cover after all. And then it's off to the sewing machine where I sew about 1/4 of an inch away from that fold. And when I am all done sewing those sides, I'm going to come back in and go to my ironing board. I am putting in the 3/8 of an inch seam along the bottom of this curtain. And that's going to be that same fold once, press, fold over again to have that raw edge in the second. They're tucked in nicely in that second fold, and another press. And finally, here I am pressing the top of the curtain. This is a bit different because the curtain rod needs to fit into the space. So I'm folding over 3/8 of an inch again and pressing. This time I'm only making this size of a fold once. Now I'm folding over this for a second time, but this time is going to be 1 1/2 inches, saying that my sewing footage of the seam was lost. I will add in here that when I go to sew the seam, I'm actually sewing it about 1/8 of an inch away from the first fold. So then those stitches hold the 3 layers of fabric together, so the curtain rod can still fit through the fabric at that spot. Of course, if you have a different thickness of curtain rod, you would have to change this up a bit in order to suit your needs. And this is that curtain before and after. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.